In today's world and society, there are many youth who grow up dreaming of playing Division I basketball. To compete and accept the athletic scholarship in the NCAA men's basketball today, there is one major criteria that you have to accomplish, and that is that of being certified by the NCAA Clearinghouse. Hi, my name is Justin Owens, and today I will talk to you about the NCAA Clearinghouse and the high school standards for incoming Division I men's basketball student athletes. Today we will talk about who the Clearinghouse are and their purpose, along with their academic requirements and the background information that they look at from each student athlete on and off the court. Today we will talk about the service that they provide. The NCAA Clearinghouse is an organization that looks at every student athlete high school transcript, SATs or ACT scores, and match them up and see if they qualify to accept a Division I men's basketball scholarship. Right now, I'll show you guys that the NCAA was founded on March 30th, 1906 in Indianapolis, Indiana. The NCAA currently has 1,281 schools a part of their organization. The NCAA has high school requirements, homeschool requirements, junior college requirements, SAT and ACT requirements. And here they are. These are currently the high school and homeschool requirements. There are 16 core classes that you have to take before being even thought about qualified. There are 4 years of English, 3 years of mathematics, algebra or higher, algebra 1 or higher, 2 years of natural or physical science, 1 year of additional English, mathematics or natural physical science, 2 years of social science, 4 years of additional course from foreign languages to religion or philosophy. They're primarily counted as electives in high school today. The homeschool are also required to have the same thing, and they mainly have to make sure that they're going through a school system that is qualified to do so through the NCAA. The GED program is where you have to take a test, and there is a certain limit where you have to pass the test at, but the NCAA has different standards for different GED tests. Junior college, you are now required to go to junior college for 2 years and graduate with an associate's degree before you can qualify for the NCAA. There are tests as far as the test scores, the SAT and the ACT, you have to match that with your GPA. You can take one or the other. So you can take the core GPA. If your core GPA is a 3.5 and you decide to take the SAT, the minimum score that you have to get is a 400. If you decide to take the ACT, the minimum score that you have to get is a sum score of 37. And it basically goes down a line of that, meaning that the lower your GPA is, the higher requirement on the standardized test is to make sure that you fit the qualifications of each and every university. The NCAA does a great deal of background work to make sure that every athlete is even along each and every board. Going from high school reviews, so they review high schools. For example, my high school that I went to was a flag school. So any student athlete that applied for the NCAA Clearinghouse coming out of my high school had to send in each and every piece of work that they did, and the NCAA looked through every piece of that work to make sure that we're learning at the same level as every high school across the nation, at least a minimum of the criteria line. Some schools are under review, like I said, and they're required to send every piece of work along with transcript. There are other schools that have already been qualified and that the NCAA trusts. So once you send in your transcript and your SAT scores, if you meet the minimum SAT score and your GPA matches up with that score, you will be then qualified. Off the court, they look into if you receive prize money, extra benefits, or have you interacted with scouts, coaches, or agents. If you have done any of that, you will then be deemed non-qualified, because that is considered as stepping into the pro world and then feeling uncomfortable and trying to come back. So they do not play with that at all. So it's very important that you do not have contact with any pro team, agent, coaches, or staff, etc. As far as prize money, you are not allowed to play in a game, again and again, anywhere and receive prize money. That is automatically and not appropriate for the NCAA clearinghouse, and they will not accept and they do not tolerate that. Due to a lot of student athletes coming in rough situations, the NCAA does a great deal of looking at finances through the family and everything like that to make sure that any player has not been paid before they've entered college until after they're done with college. Today, I was able to inform you on the NCAA clearinghouse, its eligibility, and how it supports Division I men's basketball. Athletes, along with holding incoming student athletes to a high expectation, which I think is important today, because you are not, when you accept a Division I scholarship, you are not only accepting a Division I scholarship, but you are also being held responsible for representing each and every university under the NCAA name to a high level. So I definitely commend the NCAA clearinghouse for the work that they do on the court and off the court to make sure that everybody's on an even slate. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and this is what I have learned about the NCAA.